what is going on. I know y'all hear about the labor strikes. I've been saying this for quite some time. I still strongly believe we need to have a mass labor strike across all industries, across all fields, because at the end of the day, the vast majority of us are not making a living wage. The vast majority of us do not have quality health care, or don't even have health care at all. The vast majority of us don't have PTO, or the PTO that we get is so small and minute in comparison. I mean, again, you're lucky to get a week, 1 to 2 weeks, if you're lucky, of PTO in the USA. Meanwhile, there's 52 weeks in a year. And then those of us that have health issues, those of us that have children, those of us that have dependents, etc., we're doubly screwed, because a lot of times we end up eating up our PTO because we have to go to doctor's appointments, we have to go see specialists, we have to have procedures and surgeries done, we have to go to labs. If you have children, they get sick, who's gonna watch them? They need to get picked up from school, they need to go to, a field trip or anything. You got to, you know what I'm saying? So you don't get to really benefit from your PTO. And then on top of that, even if I had a straight up 2 weeks available of PTO, what am I going to do? I can't afford to go on a vacation. Again, we're not paid living wages. So you got the SAG, Screen Actors Guild. Then you have the writers as well. The writers have been on strike, 2 months, 2.5 months, just about. And now you have the Screen Actors Guild. They're on strike. Honestly, this would be the perfect time for the railroad workers to go back on strike. This would be the perfect time for nurses to go back on strike, school teachers to go back on strike, because that's the problem. We need to have a consolidated effort. Because at the end of the day, these corporations, these businesses, these companies, they do not care. And they prove that every single day. Because if they cared, you wouldn't be sitting up being paid pennies on the dollar. Everything has gone up two to three times what it used to be 3 years ago. We're not even talking about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. We're talking about from 2020 to right now, 2023. You're paying double to triple what you were paying. I mean, my goodness. So don't you think our wages and salaries should reflect that? And then we're still in inflation and price gouging hell. It's just a constant. It's a constant struggle. And then a lot of us, we're not a part of labor unions. We don't have labor unions. So it makes it very difficult for us to organize to demand better treatment and better pay. It's just... And then everybody's always on this with, especially people who are unaware, and people who just simply don't give a damn. They always will say stuff like, well, just go and get another job. It's not easy going to get another job. For one, you're competing with hundreds of other people with the same damn qualifications and certifications and degrees and years of experience that you have. So good luck. And then depending on your field, you're going to go from one low-paying job to the next. It's not like in certain fields, let's just be real, we're never being paid right. We always are getting the least amount of income, and then it goes to show you how people don't respect certain fields at all. Y'all don't respect teachers. You don't respect educators because you would be paying them a lot more, right? Y'all don't respect people who work in social services that are helping you get SNAP, EBT, healthcare, helping you navigate, helping you get out of debt, helping you link you to care, helping you get out of poverty. They don't care about us. We get paid the least amount of money. And I'm gonna say it. We're doing a hell of a lot more than you. We're doing a hell of a lot more for our country, for our community, for people than the damn football player that you're paying millions of dollars to. Okay? And mind you, I'm not knocking the football player either because they're also being exploited. Because when you look at how much the damn owners are being paid and how much money they're making off of y'all, you're being exploited too. But in comparison, you making millions of dollars to my $40,000, and I'm doing, and let's just be real, I'm doing a lot more for people than somebody playing football. And it's absolutely ridiculous how we try to make it seem like, oh, well, we're paying them because blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, because I'm about to go there. Meanwhile, I'm sitting up here helping whole families and communities become homeowners, breaking down homelessness, helping people save money and get out of debt, helping people not starve and go hungry. Again, what is the football player doing for you that's on that type of level? Again, we'll pay some entertainers well over the cost of living, well over a living wage, and then justify it for whatever reason, and then turn around and tell the school teacher they shouldn't be paid $80,000 a year. And then it's always, well, you gotta look at what they're doing. Oh, they're putting their lives on the line, blah, blah. Okay, do you see all these mass shootings at schools, at these public social service places, at freaking Walmart? We're all putting our lives at danger. We're still living in a pandemic. Again, y'all don't want to pay people living wages. And it's really time for us to start realizing the wealthy, the elite, the corporations, the companies, the businesses, your employer, they're sucking us dry. They're taking the life out of everybody. They don't want people to succeed. They don't want people to succeed. They don't want you to be able to take care of yourself. They don't want you to be able to take care of your family. They don't want you to be able to give back to your community. They don't want you to have stability. They want us to be forever in debt, whether that's because you have to get a car, because, you need reliable transportation to get back and forth from the damn job that doesn't pay you enough to have reliable transportation. Excuse me. So whether it's a car loan that's a debt, student loans because they told you that you needed degrees to get a decent job, now you have a degree that's useless economically and financially, in debt, working somewhere that's underpaying you and overworking you. But they told you that you needed a degree. So you got the student loan debt, the car loan debt. Oh, and let's be real, mortgage. A lot of people buy homes, people who can buy homes, because we have a massive housing shortage. Homelessness is skyrocketing and has been skyrocketing and is completely out of control. And we're all being priced out of home ownership because, again, we don't make enough money. If you got a house that's $300,000, you are not going to be able to afford that making under $40,000 and $50,000 and $60,000 and $70,000 a year. On top of the fact that you got a $25,000 car loan and $48,000 student loan. Your debt to income is way too high. You're not going to get approved. Then on top of that, a lot of us don't have good credit scores because people are constantly screwing their credit up trying to take on debt, trying to open up credit cards to pay off stuff, trying to offset the cost of living by using the credit card. And then if you're late on payments, you got any delinquencies, any things in collections, any judgments, any liens, bankruptcies, it really screws you over, screws your FICO score over. So again, welcome to late stage capitalism.